Oh
Oh shit, are
wow.
we live now?
Hang on.
Make sure to link it. Brah brah.
To who? Why is it just?
Well, link it in the
Hang on. It's
what?
telling me that it's just like a blank screen right now. Hang on. Let me go to the app and see if that's true. And also link it to who? Like you're not. I'm not sure. There's no.
Link it to the server.
Like this one.
It, yes, it's all right. It's okay. There's something to live for. Jesus told me so.
What, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm just referencing a movie.
Ah, okay.
Uh,
No. It looks like yeah, it's a blank screen. Let me do that. Let me just show this freaking stream. I guess.
Show it in the Reddit Discord.
The Reddit Discord. No, you can do that, bro.
No, I can't. I'm not allowed to do that because if I mention Anvil, I'll get.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm not. Let's say. Well, they're gonna know that I'm like. They kind of know that like we're buds.
We're in cahoots. Yes.
Yeah. So, like,
Yeah, but like.
I'm not chancing it.
But if all right, fine. Mumu, can you do it?
yeah, sure.
Okay,
All right, just send.
link. Let me just send it the thing.
Yeah. I just like looking at Lips's face and his big ass fucking nose.
Anyway, enough of that. Yeah, it's episode 10. The big 1 hour with the poopy podcast. Back at it again. No dog. Because his head ass will not show up. He's probably asleep afterwards.
I mean,
No.
you said.
Because Peach is not online anymore. So we got Red here.
Yes, that motherfucker died. Like, oh yeah, join a podcast, baby. And he says, oh yeah, I gotta get off work. And like, he's been at work for 12 hours. I have a hard time. He's doing overtime today. All right, well, that's me. So what about you, Mumu, our other guest?
Hello.
Oh wow, great fucking intro. Yeah. Oh yeah. Wow. Give yourself a round of applause. All right, we all know you're a fucking job for a Cowboy fan, so you know we know you're a flat out fucking loser. Daddy Cakes, Lean Biscuit, baby. Oh man, don't let me sick the J Dogs on you. J Dog. Oh man, what are we doing right now? I wonder when he's gonna go completely bald. He's probably gonna go completely bald within like 2 years. He's not even gonna be 40. He's not even. He's gonna be like 41 in 2 years, right? He's gonna be so fucking bald. It's gonna be insane. And we could all laugh at him for being bald. Like he's so masculine looking. It seems as though his life is in like a permanent state of pain. You know.
I read you are literally the only person who is like, who loves the bald people.
I mean, I do. I mean, well, there are only a handful of bald people I am willing to spare. But you have to remember, white bald people are the root of all evil. Name me one good person in history who was white and bald. See, you can't do it.
That's just because I don't pay attention to history because I'm not a fucking nerd.
Also, did you just ping me? Fuck is that shit?
Pinged. I didn't ping yo.
Oh, Mumu pinged me. Alright.
Ping yo.
On the fucking Unspoken Kingdom server. Alright, so you ready to get into the topic of today's video that you want? That this, for the record, this was your idea. You wanted me to talk about Anvil.
Well, I mean, it's not the topic; it's a topic. Because again, in this podcast, anything goes.
Oh shit! Doc joined. Doc just joined the Discord.
Oh shit! Get him in! Get him in!
Let's see. Let me give him a. I'm gonna make him a. I'm not sure if I should make him a phobo file or an open face surgeon. I'm gonna make him a phobo file for now.
You know, all we need is to maybe like. Honestly, I've honestly been considering just deleting like my server.
Why?
This is dead. Like, now that Doc is healed, I could just get rid of it.
Well, what about like Chelsea and the Flusk?
Again, Chelsea, again, she's rarely active. Like, Flusk is, like, not active on my server at all. She's only there because we're, like...
What?
Oh my god,
Hey, Doc.
Doc is in.
Yo.
Holy shit, Doc! It's been at least
back!
it's been at least a year since we've chatted.
Yeah.
Hope you've been okay.
I just woke up.
You were
I got-
napping.
I got home from work and then I just passed out.
Aren't you on your feet all day?
Yeah.
Oh man, that must suck. I used to bust tables at my grandfather's. It was really tiring on the legs, but it was paid decently, I guess. But I don't do that. I mean, working in food service is like misery. Anyway, Doc, I have a question for you. How much do you know about the band Anvil?
I guess a decent amount for somebody that's not a super fan.
Yeah. Well, I mean, here's the thing about Anvil. Like, I often refer to Anvil as like the band that pretty much every metalhead knows, but very few actually give a shit about. And there's, I mean, I remember when I
kind of give a shit about them. I'm not
well, I mean, like in the sense that I don't think I've ever met a single person who like absolutely like shit their pants over Anvil. You know, I met people who like love band or like, who are like really dedicated to bands. But like, I don't know. I think Anvil is just a band that kind of just appeals to like very old people. I mean, they were a concurrent with like, Metallica and Slayer came like a little bit after them, but they're concurrent with like Motorhead. Priest actually came a bit before Maiden, but those guys have a lot more, a lot more younger, more modern fans. I think most diehard fans of Anvil are at least like 50 years old at this point. At least 50 years old would be like big into this. Yeah, I'd be like,
here's the thing with Judas Priest and like Iron Maiden.
They appeal to younger people.
No, it's not that. It's not that. Here's the thing with them. There's like Judas Priest and Motorhead. Judas Priest to a lesser extent, they have what I call that sort of like. Well, I mean, they have that sort of like normie appeal where it's like I don't really listen to metal, but I like this band for like the look of it, kind of a thing.
Like they more are drawn to the aesthetic than the music itself.
Yeah, I feel like Anvil, to a certain extent, at least early Anvil, like Lips playing the guitar with a dildo. It's like that's not gonna really appeal to like a normie sort of like what's his name?
Oh, by the way,
I'm gonna show you who Iron Maiden and what do you call it appeal to?
Priest?
Yeah, give me a second.
And I would also maybe throw Ozzy in there. Also, we're streaming this right now, just so you know. You're live on the air.
It doesn't look like it. Hold on.
Well, you are live. I have the stream up on my phone right now.
Yeah. But I always figured that like
yeah, but you're not. There's no. Are you streaming it on another site or something or on
YouTube?
Oh, you're
podcast, baby.
We're bringing it back.
Bringing it back. Oh, that's good because I got a lot of fearless. If my brain's kind of if my brain's kind of sauce because I just woke up.
That's fine.
But on.
Yeah. Anyway, I always figured that like Lips playing the guitar with like the vibrator. I always thought that was just something like he kind of did just for like just for like attention. Not like oh yeah look like more like oh look at me, just like to draw attention to the band because like this was like in their early years. They were still trying to like make it big. I mean, then again, they were trying to make it big for like 30 years. Have you seen the documentary?
I found the guy that I'm talking about. You know who Crash Thompson is?
Maybe.
Yeah.
his type. The people that like wear beanies and have like Nirvana and Guns N' Roses patches on. The black
Yeah.
background with a bunch of bands on the black background. You know what I'm talking about?
I don't really watch a lot of music YouTubers.
Like that. What? He's not like them.
I'm just saying that's the
Seems like a
type
normie.
where it's like the bands would never hang out with them
Yeah.
as a person.
Also,
Whereas like I think bands would hang out with us because we're cool.
also, Murmur, why are you even watching? Why are you watching the stream? You are in the stream.
Me?
I don't know.
You're not officially jacking up
But yeah.
views.
If you
Okay.
Doc, are you
What?
you son of a bitch?
What?
I remember
What?
asking J-Dog months ago. Well, what's wrong, Anna? What's wrong? Are you here? Are you
Yeah,
there?
I'm here. What's up? What about J Dog?
Because I remember asking him a couple months ago if he listened to the new Anvil single, and I remember he said like Anvil's a band I've never given a flying fuck about, and that kind of is how most metalheads I encounter. Really
J Dog doesn't give a fuck
pretty
about
much
a
every
lot.
metalhead-
Let's be real here.
Yeah, but like that's just another example. Like of all the metalheads I've met, I've met a lot who like say they range from oh yeah, Anvil's kind of good to like I do not give a flying fuck about Anvil. I think pretty much every metalhead has heard about Anvil, especially after the documentary. Because after the documentary, they were actually getting some pretty high profile stuff. They were opening for AC/DC, which I think was like their biggest show, and they were also.
I knew about them. I knew about them before the movie, but then again, like I'm an old fart.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, but well, like the thing was like the documentary. It supposedly brought them like a new wave of attention, but the thing is, people. Did you see the documentary?
Yeah.
Yeah. Scarlett also saw it, but she doesn't remember shit about it.
My favorite part is when Lips he's delivering food in his little van.
Yeah, he delivers food to schools. I'm like, Jesus Christ. That's like I remember hearing a joke from someone saying like they'd rather be the kid receiving the food than actually being the person who delivers that shit. But anyway, yeah. I mean, we'll get to that later. But where was I? Fuck, I lost my train of thought. What was I talking about?
You're talking about your love for J Dog.
Well, I was talking about J-Dog, but but yeah, I think
People don't give a fuck about, and I agree.
There's a reason for that. I mean,
I think the reason is more for like the world being full of normies more than like honestly, Anvil. Their first couple of releases actually, like for what it is, it's actually really good. I think I'm just not. I'm just not like a huge fan personally, but it's not because like they're not like a good band. I think they got some good riffs.
They do. I mean, I think their early stuff is good, but like I definitely agree. I think I consider their first 3 albums to be like essential for like classic metal fans. But the thing was, the whole documentary is kind of them, just like wonder, like it's the whole tone is to make it look like, this is a band that should have gotten big. They should have gotten like, as big as like Metallica or Iron Maiden or Sabbath or whatever. But, really, they have a couple of good riffs and they have, of course, a great drummer. I think Rob Reiner is like the most universally acclaimed, who has the same name as the director, Rob Reiner, which is funny because it's a Spinal Tap reference. Which
I will say this.
What is it?
That Anvil documentary started a whole chain of this band should have been huge documentaries. I swear, after that documentary, a bunch of bands I actually really love, they would have like a documentary where like Coroner did one where it's like this band should have been huge, but like nobody cared. Like it started that genre. Huh?
Also, a Pentagram had a documentary last day. That's pretty fucking different. That's a depressing one.
That should be let's start a tier list.
Oh my
What's the best? What's
Alright,
the best? They should have been huge documentary.
Well, I maybe not. That's a little bit handful.
I
Like
can name
that.
at least 5
But,
documentaries that did that.
But the
That-
thing with, I mean, well, that's only 5, and we only have like what 4 sections on a tier list. But I always
probably
anyway,
name
I was
more
thinking
if
that.
we thought about it.
I mean, I don't know. I don't really have time to watch fucking 20 documentaries, dude.
I've probably seen most of
But
them.
I always figured that most.
Yeah, probably. I've seen enough where I can see the trope. But yeah,
Well, I've only seen a couple. But I bet Anvil. I always figured. What is it? What?
actually, who's a band where you actually feel that way, where you're like, this band should have been fucking huge, but they're not.
I mean, I don't know. There are a lot of bands I listen that I think that they should like I really like, but I can't really imagine them getting big. Like Exciter or Venom. Like I listen to those. I love those bands, but I can't really imagine them getting big. Or Flotsam and Jetsam. Now, a band that probably should have gotten big, probably Metal Church. I definitely think Metal Church probably should have gotten a lot bigger. Or
Yeah.
what? Or definitely. I mean, I would say Saxon, but they actually did pretty good. They sold like 20 million records, so I think they did good enough.
Normies definitely haven't grabbed onto the Saxon wheels of steel.
I mean, they're definitely not a mainstream band, but they for a metal
You're
band.
not going to
they
see
sold pretty good.
Livewire go have like the best
Definitely
Saxon
not.
albums.
Oh yeah, of course not, because they only fucking talk about Metallica, Megadeth, Slayer, Anthrax, and all that shit, and of course metalcore and twinkcore. These canoes. Anyway, I was
yeah.
I just want to like. I was talking about Anvil. Don't worry, we'll circle back to it. But I think the reason why Anvil never made it is because other bands that they were at the time were just better. You had the mainstream was being dominated by Dio, Sabbath, Ozzy's solo career, Priest, Maiden, which was also taking off. And I would also include Accept and Saxon in there. I think Accept began in the 70s.
Here's the thing.
Traditional metal is... What is it?
Anvil, there was like a little trend where metal bands would sing about being metal, and Anvil never got out of that trend. Even Metallica did it, where they're singing about being a metal fan.
Yeah, we're Whiplash and shit like that.
Yeah. So it's like I feel like their whole thing was like metal on metal. It's like we're a metal band singing about being metal, and that doesn't fly after a certain amount of years.
And anvils are made out of metal, and metal is made out of metal, and it's very hard. And they always had that gimmick. They always had that gimmick of like an anvil being on the cover of the album, which is like really stupid. We were talking about that earlier.
Imagine any other band. Imagine any other genre singing about the job. Like a rapper is like rapping a rapper or something like that kind of thing only flies for a couple of years.
AC/DC, like AC/DC. Yeah, like AC/DC.
That kind of defeats my argument a little bit because AC/DC does like, but it's like rock. It's kind of different versus metal. I feel like metal, rock you can do it, but like metal doesn't really work. I don't think.
Well, you can only do it to an extent. You can only do it so much. Like you have so many bands about a lot of like thrash and speed metal. Like it's about partying and stuff like that. Well, maybe not speed metal, but you can't.
But here's the thing with that. When metal, specifically with thrash metal, does it? It's pizza thrash, and people don't like pizza thrash.
But like earlier thrash metal, a lot of it was about partying. Like Anthrax, a lot of stuff.
It was. I'm saying, but they got out of that mode. They didn't stick around.
Did. And then you got Tankard, and all they literally 90% of their songs are about beer. It's so stupid. What is it? Sort.
Okay, but also counterpoint to an earlier point about how like it becomes cringe about like thinking about your genre after a while and how it doesn't work outside of metal. Yeah, no effects. Like a quarter of their songs are just about like punk.
Oh god. Well, I mean, I don't. That's like the least good thing about NoFX. Even though NoFX, I'll take them any day over a lot of pop punk bands. Yeah, I agree with you. Yeah, punk and Drublic.
Punk music.
Yeah, yeah. Punk
Into the rock music.
in terms of like popularity, I think that works a little bit better in punk because punk doesn't necessarily take itself too seriously. Depending if you're like a heavily political punk band, but if you're a pop punk band, like they're not like you can't like sing about that.
I mean, to be fair, if you do any topic over again, it does get grating. Like Deicide is always talking about, like, oh man, fuck God, fuck mom for making me go to
Those
church and shit
early,
like that.
those early Deicide albums are fucking top tier.
Okay, J-Dog.
I mean, you can't be a metal fan and not like Deicide. I agree with J-Dog, man.
If you don't like Deicide, you don't like metal. He literally made a shirt with that.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I got the fucking sticker when I ordered from Hell's once. I still have
It
You
just came with it
don't even
free.
care for Deicide though.
I know, right? He just threw it in.
Oh, give it to me. I'll
He
take
wants.
it.
He
love
really
Deicide.
wants to suck. I mean, I'm still astounded he got that Glenn Benton.
I like how he looks so dwarfed next to JB. Like, if you look at that video, it's like he looks like a tiny little guy.
GB, not
GB.
JB. JB's
Baby, I'm calling him JB. I'm gonna make my
J-
fuck up like he's JB.
JB. No.
The OG SpongeDog, idiot. You can't do that.
JB's the unemployed guy who really needs to better do with his time. Although it does seem like he's getting bored of doing it because he hasn't made a video in like 3 weeks. So finally, he seems to be getting tired of it.
It's like he treated it like bodybuilding. I felt like where it's like I got to put in like the work and the reps, and now like he's like on his last rep, and he's like I can't go anymore. My mental muscle.
Dude, the joke stopped being funny like 9 months ago. I don't know. I still admire him being able to fucking persist. But at the same time, maybe he should get a job. I don't know.
What happened? I've been meaning to do this. What do y'all do it? Because I don't think I'm going to pay for a paid ski. But I want to ask him what happened with him and Reaper. Because I feel like he never gets mentioned. And when he does, it's like very skirted by, like real quick. Like
I mean,
did they falling out or something? Like what happened?
I mean, if you want to ask him that, you can. If when I ask him paid skis, I want to ask him my own questions.
Yeah, same.
Ask him, Scarlett. Ask him.
I'm not asking
Why?
for you, brother.
Yeah, do
Dude,
it.
you have a job. Dude, it's $10, man.
Yeah, is that already sent
I'm a
him
cheapskate.
paid ski like this week, and I'm just...
Yeah, I sent him. He's probably gonna. I actually sent him a paid ski last. I think he's gonna probably, presumably. It's my first one in a while, so I hope it's not too jarring. I used to send him one weekly, but I stopped because I just kind of ran out of things to ask him. And also, I was out of work for a time, but now I'm back to work and I'm making pretty good money, so I have my monthly paid ski budget at $4,000.
Jesus Christ.
I'm just kidding.
I'll answer your questions. Give me the money.
No, it's fine. I like to hear his takes on things.
All my questions are $1,000 a question.
Yeah. So I can ask you 4 questions. But I don't know, because 90% of the fucking paid skis are like, oh yeah, what do you think of this band? What do you think of the
Yeah. I got legit questions where I'm like I said before, like the one with the Reaper. It's like,
yeah, that's a fair.
Also,
question.
if you would do Hellcast again if you came back,
right? He's probably too busy doing that.
That's how I found out about J-Dog. I'm a little bit OG with that actually because I was watching
before he even started the YouTube shit.
Yeah. When I found out that what. So
it's been a while. But yeah, do you want to just continue this one, or you want to? I think Scarlett was kind of expecting me to just talk about Anvil for 40 minutes.
Oh, I can talk about it.
All just sound like psychobabble to you.
What?
Psychobabble.
Well, he's talking to Moo. I
What?
don't think Moo knows what we're talking about.
Yeah, maybe does this all just sound like psychobabble to you? Or you just saying
Yeah,
something?
I'm listening, but
Boo
I
Boo,
don't
who's your favorite
understand.
bands?
Job for a cowboy.
Fuck off.
Job for a
Is he?
Cowboy, the Prog years.
It's not fucking Job for a Cowboy, dude.
It is Job for a cowboy.
Do you like Job for a Cowboy, prog metal Job for a Cowboy, or deathcore?
The deathcore.
Job for-
Only
Gotcha.
Doom. Only Deathcore.
I thought they were kind of like that was like kind of lame. Them, I don't know. I like when they got a little heavier. Actually, I could stomach them. Where I'm like, I had like the J Dog response when I first saw them. I was like, but
Loading.
yeah. Who's your favorite band?
Probably Boris.
Oh God, you're one of them.
What do you mean?
I bet you like Soylent Green also.
No, I do not.
Do you like the Melvins?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. You're redeemed. You're cool. Melvins rule.
Holy shit, my mom's home making me pizza. I'll be back.
You know,
2
pizza.
seconds.
Okay.
Pizza. You wanted to avoid my question.
So I actually had a lot to say about Anvil.
Anvil,
Dog.
Go off,
yeah.
Anvil King.
Go on.
Repeat that, Scarlett.
Yeah, go off, King, about Anvil.
Yes, Anvil is just the biggest meme. So, can I just finish my sentiment?
Go for it.
All right, so I'll make this quick. Main reason why Anvil didn't make it big is because other bands were just better. I already said, like mainstream heavy metal was already being dominated by Priest, Maiden, Motorhead, and to an extent Saxon, and like also the Scorpions, but they're from Germany. Also mainstream is also being dominated by, at the same time, glam metal. I mean, Anvil released their debut Hard and Heavy in 1981. And that same year, Motley Crue released Too Fast for Love, which was like, there's kind of a consensus here that, those early Motley Crues are actually pretty good. I think even J-Dog likes those early Motley Crues.
I think, to be honest, there's not really a lot to say about Anvil. It's like a band that
exactly. They had they had a lot of good songs and decent songs, but they never had any great songs. I mean, you show like their what is it?
Yeah. What is it?
What?
March of the Crab. Like that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's like the best song off of Metal on Metal because like he's not singing; it's just an instrumental. Yeah, Lips. I mean, it's funny because like Lips definitely seems to be like the most ambitious of like the whole band, but he probably is like the weak link because like his vocals were just awful. Like on Metal on Metal,
what thrash metal band even specifically? I don't know if I'd call them full on thrash, but like what band of like that era and genre the vocals held them back? I mean, Megadeth got fucking big. Let's be real.
Well,
that doesn't.
Well, at the same time,
matter.
I did, but first of all, Lips sounds constant. It's like, but like the thing with Anvil is that their songs just weren't as good as Megadeth songs. I mean, you show someone like Peace Sells, but the title track, that's like a really catchy song. But Metal
What do you
on
mean?
Metal
I don't believe in God.
Yeah, exactly. It's got like those. It's got like those catchy phrases and like, the really nice chorus of peace sells, but who's buying? Like someone who's not a metalhead would probably really like that song. But I can't really imagine anyone listening to Metal on Metal and being like, oh yeah, this is a good song. It's just
Metal on Metal.
It's just kind of lackluster, Or, I mean, also, like, not even just the mainstream was being dominated by glam metal and traditional metal acts, but, like, they couldn't really appeal to the underground either. I mean, of course, the thrash scene was, like, right around the corner. Metallica, Megadeth, Slayer, Anthrax, but also, like, and also other, power metal, U.S. power metal, like Yag Panzer and, like, speed metal, like Agent Steel was coming around. And also, like, Venom, for fuck's sake, Venom released Welcome to Hell the same year that Anvil released Hard and Heavy, and that appealed far more to the underground than Anvil ever.
I feel like
what?
we're just like repeating ourselves with this because like we all agree that like.
Well, I'm just saying it for the audience, brah.
But like. I don't feel like there's nothing much to say other than like, they were a good band. They weren't like the best, but I don't think they're a hidden gem.
They're definitely not. I mean, that's exactly how most people feel. But then again, like depending on who you, some people who think they just flat out suck. I don't think they suck, but I don't think.
Yeah, I would. That goes a little too far to say that they suck.
Yeah. And but. And I think their later stuff sucks. Their last album was a huge steaming pile of shit, dude. Oh,
I didn't even listen, to be honest.
Yeah, you should listen to their lead single, "Feed Your Fantasy," which is just the chorus repeated 20 times over. I swear to God.
I would probably do a discography run of them because I haven't listened to them in a while just to refresh. But
one of the things that their early stuff is good, but like one of the the consistently awful things about them. I mean, the lyrics are always fucking terrible. Holy shit, dude. I was talking to Scarlett earlier. One of their lyrics is like, cancel culture, dude.
I mean, I feel like a lot of... lyrics. Didn't Deicide put out a new song called Woke from God?
Yeah, I'm not saying they're good either. Well, those
that's actually a funner topic. Is like old bands like putting in like modern like
shit.
the band Decapitated.
Of course,
they got their last album's called Cancer Culture.
So I just hate it when I just fucking hate it when bands just get involved with the culture war bullshit. I would love it all the time.
I would love it if Anvil put out like that sort of a thing, like the whole political culture thing. If they just like went full boomer about it, that would be hilarious. I'd be like, okay, I gotta check this out.
Yeah, but the thing, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I can definitely see him doing that because I think I don't think he's necessarily like a right wing nut job, but Lips is definitely like he's definitely influenced by that type of thing. I think he's also a conspiracy theorist because I read like he has a song on their album Legal at Last that's literally called Chemtrails, and the lyrics are all about like, oh yeah, you think it's a conspiracy.
Here's an idea.
And he also what?
What were you gonna say?
No, just go on.
Like their next album should be a concept album about like politicians being reptilians. There you go, Lips. That's an idea for your next album.
I could, I definitely could see Lips like actually, Lips is definitely.
Here's the thing. It's gonna have like the White House and like a bunch of politicians. Like you see like them outside of the White House, and a giant anvil is like falling towards the White House, like it's gonna squash it.
And it would probably, and like since they always do that, probably be like rulers are reptiles or some stupid shit like that.
Yeah. Tell me, rulers are reptiles, and then
oh my god, hey Lips, we found a new. Because Lips is definitely the type of person who goes online to see what people are saying about the band.
Really?
Oh yeah, totally. And another thing, I mean, I can tell because like you read in interviews, he's always very defensive about things. Because you know how I mean, Anvil. I'm sure you know this. Anvil originally they started out as like a 4-piece band, but now they're like a 3-piece band, right? And they got rid of one of their guitarists, and he would never admit this. I remember Lips saying that the reason why he did this is because like to help mix the guitars and the bass better together, and I think that's total bullshit. The reason why he got rid of one of their guitarists is he just can't afford to fucking keep another guitarist on anymore.
More money for the rest of the band. Hey, that's cool.
Well,
I don't have a problem with that.
Dude, I don't even know about that because like I see videos of them playing live and like live shows in the past year. Dude, they're playing to audiences of like fucking 30 people. I can't imagine them making that much money. I had a friend who saw Anvil last year. He told me like 10 people were there. All right. I mean, I don't know. What is it?
There's another part in the movie I love, and that's when he's about to beat up the club promoter.
That's the best. You
That's
fucking
hilarious.
piece of shit. Oh my god! Because like he wasn't gonna give him like his $200 or 200 euros or whatever, and like it's just so sad. It's like there is some depressing as fuck.
I kind of respect their grind. They're like I think I heard Lars Ulrich say once that if he had to play at county fair, he would stop Metallica. And I'm like, yeah, you're just in it for the fame. Then you're not into like you got to give it to Anvil. They don't give a fuck. They're just gonna keep going. They're gonna keep going to the axle. Like there's no wheel left on like the vehicle. It's just gonna be like axles against the ground.
The grind. Yeah, but you know, the whole movie, they're still like. Even though these guys are like in their fucking 50s, they're still in the movie at the time. Like the whole movie, they're still trying to quote unquote make it. You know, they do like talk about how like, oh yeah, it's great that we're able to play shows. It's great we're able to still make music. But you know, the only reason why they went on that European tour is because they thought they would get noticed by a record label. And the only reason why they made that This Is 13 album with like the big production with CT who produced it is because they tried marketing it to a bunch of record labels because they thought they would get signed and become like one of the biggest bands ever. That's what they wanted. They wanted to become rock stars. But like at the same time, like who the fuck becomes a rock star at age 50, dude? I mean, I figured if I want to become a rock star and I'm not a rock star by age 35, I would just give it up and try to do something else with my life. I mean, even his wife was saying that, like his wife, like, you know, like they said, like, ever since we were 14 years old, this is what we wanted to do. We wanted to be rock stars. I'm like, dude, if the goals you have at 14 are the same goals you have at 50, I think you really need to do some fucking self-reevaluation, you know, introspection, you know.
I think,
were you going to say something?
I think that there's, well, I mean, I would say from around 2009 to 2000, maybe even 18, I'd say. There was like this whole like resurgence of bands like getting reappreciated by a certain generation. But I feel like that time is already over. I feel like a lot of those people got old, and a lot of Zoomers, they're not gonna really feel that way. Like, there's not gonna be the whole resurgence. I mean, there's a new metal resurgence now, but like in terms of like their era of bands, like Zoomers don't really care too much.
I mean, people who
that time passed. They could have got like a decent chunk of change, but
probably. But I mean, you gotta remember, like young people like getting into metal now are either just gonna get into like the classic bands, like, you know, Metallica, Megadeth, Black Sabbath, Dio, shit like that, or they're just gonna get into like modern stuff like Lorna Shore and shit. I don't really see them getting into much deeper. Like, I'd be surprised if most people are really interested in listening to Anvil or like a lot of those new wave of British heavy metal bands that are still active. Like Anvil is still active, and Girls' School is actually still active. I saw Girls' School back in March. They put on a good show. There were at least a couple hundred, far more than there were for fucking Anvil. I remember I actually did see Anvil back in July. Actually, they played in Queens. So there was not too, which is like, you know,
Girls' School should change their name to Grandma School.
Lel.
Anyway, so so I saw Anvil in July. Those motherfuckers smelled like weed and hard-boiled eggs. Oh my god, they smelled like shit. And they weren't very good either. I think they were like
you smell like hard-boiled eggs when you become an old man.
No, it's not, I don't think they've showered. I don't think they really have. I don't think they have anywhere to shower because they're always.
They should what they should do. I've seen a lot of bands start to do this. Is they get one of those like it's not a bus, but it's like between a van and a bus. It's like a little, almost like a camper, and they got like a little shower in them. Sometimes they should get like one of those. I can't remember what it's called, but
an RV.
Almost like an RV, but it's specifically made for bands. Like companies like rent them out, and you can
a tour bus.
Not a tour bus. It's like smaller than that.
Yeah.
You ever seen that? You ever seen that channel? Like Bus Invaders, I think it's called.
Mm.
where they like
No.
show like bands like what they tour in and shit. They
Well, I know you listen. I know you watch Not Just Bikes.
not just bikes.
Yeah,
I don't
never
even
mind.
know. I don't even know that.
I thought you would get that reference.
Nah, no, I don't get that
Hey,
reference at all.
Anyway, I don't. I don't remember exactly. I think they were like in a fucking small van anyway, dude.
Yeah, they were
I
in like
think
a
they're
little
on the
van.
road like. Yeah, I think they're on the road like 80% of the year. You know, I can't
How
really
does that
imagine
even
that
work
being
with his
good
job
for even
though?
their family. He doesn't have a job anymore. He does Anvil.
Ooh, I bet his wife's
That's
fucking
why they
lonely.
got. That's why they got. You know, I figure she's probably cheating on him. I mean, that's why they got rid of one of their guitarists because they want to still do Anvil full time, but they can't afford it, so they got to get rid of one of their guitarists. And I think they do a lot of stopgaps. Like I see them playing at like I see videos of them playing at venues that are not listed on their official tour schedule. So like they play at like a bowling alley for like 20 people, so they get like probably a little extra money so they can afford to get to the next fucking place for gas and stuff like that. So you know,
I kind of
yeah,
like
I'm serious. You laugh.
like I said, I respect even. It sounds like you think like they're delusional, which I
They
kind of agree to a certain
are.
extent.
At
But
least they were.
I respect them not giving up, whereas I feel like a lot of
I-
would. I think
Well,
that's the whole point. I think that's the whole point of the movie is like they're
What?
persistent, even though like they got to eat like a shit
Never.
sandwich. Like, they're just persistent. They don't care.
Yeah, but like the thing is, sometimes giving up is not a viable option. It's the viable option. Because when you're 50 years old with a wife and kids and a mortgage, you know, when you're still chasing this dream that has a fucking 0% chance of even fucking happening, and you know, the Lips said in the movie, like he remortgaged his house. So, you know, he's putting his whole family on like a sort of like he's putting his whole family on the line because like he's not going to like, you know, get anything that's better paying. So he's not able to really be able to afford to pay off that mortgage. And if it weren't for the fact that the documentary didn't give them a huge boost and like they temporarily played for bigger gigs, their family was kind of on the ropes, man. And their bassist at the time, Glenn Five, was literally living in a garage, and their guitarist at the time, Ivan, he was missing mortgage payments, and I don't know what happened to him. So, and Rob wasn't doing too good either. He was doing construction. So, you know, geez, I mean, I feel sympathy for them? Not really, because they don't necessarily have the most laudable goals. I do admire their persistence, though. But at the same time, you know, some goals are just not really worth fucking chasing, especially since you know it's at someone else's sacrifice. You know, what do you say about that?
I think I agree with you to a certain extent. I would have if I was them. Like, let's say I would never think that way. But let's say I did. I would just like rent out an apartment. I wouldn't be like having a fucking house that I gotta, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's sometimes
You gotta
in the long run,
downsize
it's more
sometimes
expensive.
if you want to live like a
Yeah,
certain way. You can't be like
yeah, but he's got to. I mean, yeah, he's got to give his family some minimal standards of living. You know, you can't live. I mean, I'm not sure what it's like in Canada, but you know, the renting an apartment, you know, for a family, I'm not sure if that's really
depends on how big the family is.
I mean, I don't know. He had like at least. I think he had 2 kids at the time.
There's some apartments
And
that
Rob
are like
had 3
2
kids.
stories and
Yeah, but that's probably more expensive, you know.
not really.
But I'm not sure.
When I was younger, my parents had like a 2-story apartment. It was that much?
Well, yeah, but I'm sure your parents were probably a little bit better off than Lips. I highly doubt they were driving trucks to schools to deliver kids meals.
Yeah,
Jeez.
I think it's if I were to think if I were to go more by what you're saying, I would say that they should maybe be just weekend warriors, like just do like a studio album, don't like tour into the ground, and like maybe play like the off date every weekend or when they can like schedule a vacation.
I mean, that would probably be what they should do. You know, they should be glad that they're in a band that has a decent Blink, they have like 300,000
They'd
listeners
probably
on
make more
Spotify.
money that way if they did like the whole weekend thing because they would be more in demand. Like people would be like, "Hey, I want to see Anvil." Oh, they're just playing this one place.
Yeah,
Yeah,
let's conglomerate here instead of like spreading out across the country.
yeah,
Dude,
yeah.
they can't even afford. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. When I saw Cryptopsy, Cryptopsy is a lot smaller than Anvil, and is I think more. I mean, I also saw Mortician. I would have wagered Mortician is probably a lot smaller than Anvil too. But when I went to see those shows, those places were fucking packed.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. I gotta disagree about the Tish. Maybe Cryptopsy to a lesser extent. I think that Mortician has like a sort of. There's a lot of memeage going on with Mortician, so like they kind of got relevancy from that. So outside of like the diehards or like the people that are just into brutal music, they got like meme status now. So it's like they got kind of get those people.
Well, as far as I know,
that's why J Dog saying like they should hit it hard with certain things. I think he's right. I think they should. Mortician should like seize the opportunity right now since like they got like relevancy because of memes and just go for it. But
well, as far as I know, they kind of got big because of TikTok. I'm not sure if that's true though. I don't use TikTok.
It's a mix. I mean, I think there were like memes going on. I started noticing a lot of memes with Mortician, but then also like TikTok probably boosted it. But
yeah. Well, Scarlett, were you gonna say something?
Yeah, I'm still pissed off that we forgot to put the Tish on the meme metal tier list.
I mean, I don't know. I didn't really wear that much of a meme, but they are. I mean, I really like Mortician. I mean, it's not like the most sophisticated music, obviously, but it's groovy.
It's about
I mean, you know, if you can get past like the concepts.
Deep gutturalness with Mortician.
I mean, when I saw them last year, they put on a good show, but there were a lot of people that like there were a lot of people there. I'm not sure how many of those guys were actual metalheads. They just heard of Mortician on TikTok. The bar I saw them at, St. Vitus Bar in Brooklyn, that place closed down, which is kind of unfortunate.
Yeah, I heard about that. I'm like, what? That's crazy. Also, I didn't know you were so close to St. Vitus Bar. That's crazy. Is it in a good location? Like, what's the whole? I just seen the inside from videos.
Yeah, I mean, St. Vitus Bar is the hub for all the metalheads. I mean, you know, there are other venues in replacement.
When I think about
St. Vitus Bar did play there.
When I think about St. Vitus Bar, I think of like PBR metalheads. You know what I mean? Like craft beer. They got like a little beard with like a mustache twirled, and they're like, they're one step away from starting Ghost Path.
Well, when I went there, I just bought a seltzer. Okay, so don't ask me.
Yeah, it's
seltzer. Good.
Cryptopsy.
Yeah, I mean, there are other venues. Yeah, I saw them at the Brooklyn Meadows. It was a good show, but like the mixing was awful because like the drums were way too loud. I barely heard the guitars and Flo
was like the leader of the band. So no wonder
he is.
And I'm fucking loudest. But I think
I think he's too busy being an English teacher, and let him. That's probably a lot more lucrative than Cryptopsy. Because remember him saying in interviews, he barely made anything off of it.
He goes into his class and he pulls a bunch of worms out of his pocket. And he just starts eating them.
Well, actually, he's actually not. He's actually more. He doesn't really teach classes per se. He teaches like English to to pretty important people like government workers, military people, corporate executives. He actually teaches English to some pretty important people. So I'm sure that pays a lot better than fucking Cryptopsy. I mean, Flo doesn't even listen to metal anymore, does it? Does he? He just does this because it pays the bills.
It's like what J Dog says. A lot of these people they don't listen to metal.
Bird out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you fucking.
Jesus.
What?
My favorite thing about Flo from Cryptopsy is him on the Sean Reinert documentary, and he just seems like he just doesn't really care that much about Sean Reinert, and they just needed another drummer on there.
He doesn't care that much about what?
Sean Reinert, the drummer for Cynic.
I didn't catch that.
Sean
Yeah,
Reiner.
hold on. I'm getting a phone. Hold on, no. You're just cutting out. Hold on, I'm getting.
Am I cutting out?
Nah, I think it's more of a problem on his end.
Okay.
In fact, he's also like cutting out a bit. So
Yeah. I think we can come up with better topics than why didn't Anvil make it?
I mean, that's what Red wants to talk about. He's suffering from anvil brain rot.
I just feel like there's nothing much to say. It's like, yeah, they didn't make it. They probably should have gotten a little bigger, but not that much bigger.
I mean, I don't know. I can't really imagine them just weren't all that pants shitting amazing to begin with.
I'm gonna tell you something.
I mean,
you know why they didn't make it?
why?
Because metal didn't start till the Black Album.
Ah!
Oh, metal really black.
That's what I'm
But what
saying.
about the classic metal purist? What about the classic metal purist who thinks metal died after 1991? Metal died after 1984. It reached its perfection with Court in the Act, Don't Break the Oath, and Ample Destruction. Yeah, no, never mind all the revival.
Merciful Fate. That is a fucking amazing band. That band should have been fucking big.
Yeah, they never. I mean, they're obviously very well known and respected, but they're not like that. They never sold that many albums.
I mean,
I think they only sold like J-Dog was Merciful Fate.
I mean, fucking J-Dog loves King Diamond.
That says something.
That's
wild.
They're like that band is amazing. I feel like that there's so many people that rip them off. There's so many people that I feel like fucking Ghost fucking ripping off the aesthetic. It's like come
probably.
on.
Yeah,
I haven't listened enough Ghost to like really see the parallels.
Yeah, but when you say that to J-Dog, he's gonna like go off about how like only Attic is the only band that's ripped off King Diamond Merciful Fate, and you bring up like Portrait, it'd be like
the real
Solitude.
Portrait had some cool moments, but Abigail was when he was just like just firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, I thought he liked Attic though.
Yeah, that's what that's exactly. He's like he jerks off Attic so much that he can't. He sees these other like Merciful Fate KD clones, and he's like, nah, that's the.
I heard a KD ripoff a couple days ago called Midnight something. Fuck, what were they called? It had like a woman. No, it's like the album cover had like a woman like looking into a mirror. She was like in a nightgown, and like a ghost woman was behind her in the mirror, like about to stab her. It was actually pretty good for like being like a KD ripoff. I was like, this is pretty fun. Midnight something.
I'm thinking like, was it mid? No, I was gonna say Midnight Odyssey. It's not Midnight
No.
Odyssey. Well, what about has J-Dog ever said anything about In Solitude?
Yeah, he said. Yeah, just mentioned that.
Solitude Eternus?
No, In Solitude.
No, In Solitude.
Oh, okay. Never mind. I don't know that band either.
Yeah, oh, okay.
Yeah, like when people.
Well, they're kind of like a Merciful Fate band. Keep going, don't stop.
Yeah, I feel like that.
Yeah, the band you were talking about earlier, Doc. You talking like Midnight Priest?
I think
yes,
Midnight Priest. Yeah, Midnight Priest. Midnight Priest. What was it? Like Aggressive Hauntings. Yeah. That band's pretty fun for what they are. Yeah, they're cool.
Dude, this album looks like it was released in 1986, but it was released like just 5 years ago.
Yeah. No, their whole vibe is like I feel like they did it in the right. Like Ghost did it in the lame way.
Fate worship band.
Yeah. Very a Merciful Fate or like King Diamond worship band. Like, do it the fun way. Don't do it like the lame way.
Most traditional metal. What is it? What is it?
Like, honestly,
People what,
I
Scarlet?
don't really see like the whole like. See, back when I was like
What?
an ignorant ghost hater, I jumped on the meme of them being, oh, just diet merciful fate with a little blue oyster cult. But now that I'm actually kind of a fan of them, I
Oh no!
Yeah.
You lost. You don't. We gotta deprogram you.
Don't you
You
remember
caught the mind virus.
Don't you remember the last VC where I admitted to you that I like Ghost?
I chose to forget that because I couldn't accept it. You officially like girlfriend metal now.
Yes,
Now
that
you're gonna be
estrogen has gotten me. Okay.
now you're gonna be somebody's girlfriend, and you're gonna force them to go to a ghost show with you, and they're gonna be like, "Fuck, okay, that's gonna
I
happen."
don't know. I mean, I probably should get into more like Merciful Fate / King Diamond worship bands that were like part of the modern metal revival, but a traditional metal revival. But most modern heavy metal bands I listen to are mostly just like new wave of British heavy metal revival. So like Enforcer, Skullfist, Stallion, Riot City, White Wizard.
Yeah,
those are that. Thriller. Thriller is also pretty good. I'm not sure if you've heard of Thriller. That's actually I actually found that band from one of the comments in J-Dog's comment section.
You know what I find funny is that like they're all part of the quote unquote new wave of traditional heavy metal. But if you talk to Peach about that, she would say that none of those are traditional heavy metal because the traditional metal is like Black Sabbath and Zeppelin and Deep Purple.
Well, Zeppelin's not even metal; they're just hard.
I know, right?
They're more they're more like rip-off artists.
I mean,
like
I'm not
thieves.
sure if I don't know any like modern bands that are like in the vein of Black Sabbath, aside from Count Raven, but they're kind of an old band. I mean, I love Count Raven; they're very Sabbathy.
There's a whole genre dedicated to it. It's called doom metal.
I know, but but most doom metal I listen to is like it doesn't really have the necessary. It's not necessarily. It doesn't really remind me of Sabbath that much. Not too many bit. I mean, Paul Chain, I guess, does kind of remind me, but it's not really modern. It's kind of like it's old. It's like from the '80s, and I can't really think of too many bands that are like Deep Purple or Sabbath that are like really recent. Maybe I just haven't dug deep into it. I mean, I like a lot of doom metal bands, like modern stuff. I like bands like Smolder and Solitude Eternus, but I guess they're a bit of an older band. But
Solitude
I can't really think of anything
yeah. Do you like Trouble?
Yeah, they kick it. Yeah, I like Trouble.
Yeah.
But you don't like Saint Vitus because they're not thick enough.
Yeah, I need my thick. They need to get some BBL. They need to get some thickness, and then I'll be. It's just that's just with all here. That's with all shitty production. Is like when there's not like a lot of low end and it's just like high end. I tend not to like if you're gonna have shitty production, muffled and thick. I'll be like, okay, I can deal with this. Versus like if it's like me like the high end, I'm like, yeah, this is. It feels like I'm listening to it in a tin can or something.
Well, what about a band like Crypt Sermon? I think they're like a
Crypt Sermon.
Have you listened to them, or are you not sure? Crypt Sermon.
Crypt Sermon, no. Sounds like a cool name, though.
Yeah, well, they're right. Yeah, I think they're they're like a modern doom metal band, but they're not really along the lines of Sabbath, more like the lines of Candlemass and Eternus. But yeah,
Candlemass and Eternus are fucking sick.
All right, so worship bands, go, make haste. I mean, let me check their archives page. Let's see, similar artists. Yep, Candlemass and Eternus are right on top, along with our Procession. But they're also that's not really an old school band. Let me see, Count Raven. Let me see if
there should be a all female doom metal band called Bewitched.
I'm pretty sure there's at least one band named Bewitched. You are bewitched. That's the greatest music video of all time, though. Let me see. Okay, there's a heavy doom black metal band called Witch, but it does not have any women.
Lame.
Sadly.
Sexist.
I do like Bewitcher. That's a good band. Scarlet, have you listened to Bewitcher? Scarlet?
I think I have.
They're a great band. I think they're like it combines black metal vocals like speed metal instrumentation.
Actually, what do y'all think of Nasty Savage?
Maybe I haven't given them enough of a fair share.
They're coming.
Not so much.
More of a listen, I guess.
They're coming out with a new album, and it's not as thick as like their previous albums, but it's like the riffs are pretty like it's classic sounding in terms of like the riffage, classic sounding Nasty Savage.
Aren't they like Jag Panzer?
No, they're like
No.
they're more of like you know
Agent
who
Steel?
Confessor is?
Who?
You know who
Repeat that?
Confessor is?
Confessor, what about him?
Have you heard them?
What about them, brah?
Yeah, but have you heard them? That's what I'm asking.
Yeah, well, I've heard of them. I haven't really.
Oh, of them, yeah. No, I was gonna say that they're a little bit in a similar vein, not exactly. Like they're like Nasty Savage is like they have tech. Like when I say tech bands, people kind of think like more modern shit, like mid '80s tech metal in a way.
So,
but like
most-
really like bombastic and just like aggressive and like kind of like Watchtower, like sort of like spasticky, like sort of like that sort of like.
When you describe it like that, I think more like
More like what?
Flotsam and Jetsam. Or that's not really what you're.
Flotsam and Jetsam is a little more controlled, but they're kind of closer. Actually, do you like later Flotsam and Jetsam?
I think it's.
Do you like Quattro?
Better.
Do you like Quattro?
No.
I think Quattro might be my favorite. I used to love the first album, Doomsday, but like I like Quattro. If somebody was like Flotsam and Jetsam, I'm gonna go listen to Quattro.
I mean, I think they're early. They're more recent stuff's pretty good, but you know, I think I'll stay loyal to the early stuff. I think the only reason why I really like the first album is because like I did have a bias because like that was like one of the first. Like, I mean, of course, they're still kind of like I wouldn't say they're entry level, but they're not like necessarily underground.
Their second album is No Place for Disgrace, right?
Yeah, that's like
the one
guy is doing seppuku. The only reason why I kind of have a bias with the first one because like that was like the first like deep cut thrash album I got into. Because that was when Jason Newsted was on before he joined Metallica. I used to be really into the first album. It's fun, like I said, but Quattro is just like it's going a bit into my favorite genre, thrash gone groove, which I'm like, that's yeah. Come on, don't be hating on. Isn't Quattro from like 1992?
It's like 92, 93, like around like that era.
Oh, that's when they were going groove because it was the 90s and everyone was doing that shit.
I love that. I was just listening actually to Destruction's groove metal albums. And
oh wow, really nice.
Those are awesome.
When you describe, I don't know. I mean, I think like what is it?
When I describe what?
So, Moob, what pizza were you eating?
Dude, why are you going into Mumu's Pizza now?
Because it's a better topic. Fucking idiot.
Yeah, I have had no say in anything.
Well, you can speak whenever you want, dude.
Mumu can't speak.
You just it's just that Scarlet, you just don't listen to enough 80s metal.
What?
You've never even listened to Metal Church or Agent Steel or Panzer or Satan.
Wow.
It sounds like you'd be more into American power metal.
Yeah, like Laz Rocket.
I like the thrash era more of Laz Rocket, even though I think Laz Rocket is more. But you ever heard Liege Lord?
Yeah.
Liege Lord. Yeah.
Yeah, that like I love American power metal. Like fuck European power metal.
What?
I mean, everyone tells me European power metal is just European anime music.
It's too, oh, exactly. It's like very like and like God, this is just like the most horrible, like happy riff I've ever heard. The
What
riffs
the
are
fuck is the
wow.
band? What about Omen?
That was pretty cool. I like that
Oh,
one album
hell
cover
yeah.
where it's
Yeah,
like
I
the
know.
hot lady and she's like looks cybernetic in a way, like she's in space. I think. You ever seen that one?
Wait, what were you saying?
I'm not sure. I only know the one with the X-Men.
I think we're
Wait,
talking about
Omen.
different.
Wait, I'm confused now.
Like,
Hold
I
on.
didn't like go like what when you said that European power metal sucks. Guess that's
Yeah,
like a cool
fucking
I don't think this.
European
they
power
suck,
metal is
I just think-
amazing.
I think they're just memes.
I just think it's like.
Omen.
I think the riffs are too happy. It's just like. I just feel like a dork just
Well,
listening to it.
Have you ever listened? What about what do you like? Blind Guardian or like Gamma
I like
Ray?
Halloween. Halloween, I'll make an exception for. Like early Halloween, they're pretty sick, but that's like the only exception.
I always considered early power metal, even early European power, just be atmospheric speed metal, because like a lot of like power metal lists these days is just like like let's have sex with dragons and like let's jerk off dragons and like
Yeah,
dragons and
exactly.
dragon shit.
Yeah.
I like the more speed metal, atmospheric speed metal, power metal more, where it's just like we're just gonna play fast, but we're gonna like have like just like atmosphere to it. I like that. That's why I like American power metal.
You know-
That's what it is.
Like Omen or Manila Road. Everyone loses their shit over Manila
Oh,
Road.
Manila Roads.
And of
I mean,
course,
Mystification's like
Savage Race.
yeah.
What about
Like I
Zest?
said, I don't like when the riffs get too happy.
Yeah, but then you should listen to Victorious. They're a German power metal band, and they sing about dinosaurs fighting off aliens. listen to their song called "Dinosaur Warfare." That's a great song. I have a friend who lives for this shit. He listens to like 1,000 power metal bands.
Escape to
Of course,
Nowhere.
it's kind of.
That's the
Is that a
Omen album
band?
I was thinking of. It was a Omen
yeah.
album I was thinking of.
I was thinking. I think I've only listened to their first one. No, the first two. Battle Cry and Warning of Danger. The first album cover looks like so fucking old retro.
The Omen, their singer,
Okay.
he went on to join Annihilator. One of my favorite Annihilator albums. Neverland.
Oh, I know we definitely meme on Annihilator. I only like everything else after that is kind of dicey.
They got some pretty sick songs, but yeah, it's like kind of like a patchwork. It's like this song's cool, this song's not. Whereas just like the first two albums are definitely the best ones.
Yeah. Alice, isn't it frightening? Alice, I'm
You gotta go.
scared.
Alice.
But, yeah. Alice in hell. Your mind begins to fall. Yeah, there's a technique to it. But yeah, I mean, I don't know what J-Dog thinks of Annihilator, but like, why listen to Anvil when you can listen to Annihilator, which is like better in Canadian, or Razor, or the or the shitty version of Bolthrower. Wait, they're American actually. You are aware that Zaster is just a shitty version of Bolthrower, right?
There's like a lot of fucking sick Canadian bands. I mean, even if you go to the French Canadian side, you got like fucking Voivod, Cryptopsy.
Voivod. You're from Quebec, right? Yeah, that's why.
I worship Voivod. I like those early Voivod albums are fucking light years ahead of anything.
Voivod. I think Jason Newsted did something with Voivod. I don't remember what it was.
Yeah, he played on an album of theirs. He toured with them a bit. Yeah.
I prefer my favorite thrash band from Canada is Razor, though. That's not going to change.
Violent Restitution is a sick album. Like that guitar tone.
Yes, I wanted that.
Is awesome.
It like it has the riffs that you wish you came up with. It's like, oh, how could I not have thought of this?
If you like Razor,
Just
you're gonna like Nasty Savage. Like Nasty Savage has like that.
All right, fine. fine. I will listen to Nasty Savage, and I will tell you what I think of them within 72 hours, if that's okay.
They have a song called
Oh, wow.
Gladiator. They have a song called Gladiator, and the vocal line starts out like he says like this, like in a high falsetto. It's awesome.
Oh, wow.
We need to
Man,
bring.
just
They
as
need to
long as
bring
they
back
don't do any like
high vocal. Like they don't do what?
like you mean like overkill?
No, like
Overkill canoe
hold on. I'm just gonna
elimination.
elimination. A nation of lemons.
Elimination. Overcool. Never heard of them, bro. Are they heavier than Pantera?
Nobody's heavier than Pantera.
There's nothing heavier than Pantera except for Sarcophago.
Sarcophago.
No, it's pronounced Sarcophago. I don't give a fuck what anyone says. I don't care if it's dumb.
There you go. Check out that song. If you don't like that, you're not gonna like Nasty Savage.
Still didn't get.
All right, I will save this.
It was.
It was just a fucking gluten-free pizza, which is like, just cardboard.
Ugh, nasty.
Well, you're not Moo. How can you answer?
Oh, what?
The freaking. I didn't get the answer about what the pizza was. What was
It's like a fucking barbecue meat, some shit like that. Has meat. Has like fucking
Dude,
bacon, pepperoni and
okay,
shit.
so meat
But
like
Moo-Moo-
pizza, okay. Alright.
When did you become American?
Oh, are you Australian too? No.
Yes.
What?
Yes.
Are you Australian too?
Me? Oh,
Yeah, you.
yeah.
You sound like Scarlet too.
No, it
Honestly.
sounds totally different. What are you on about?
Yeah, what do you
Say something, and then Moo, you say something right after Scarlet.
Nah, they're not doing it. Coward.
Anus.
What? Why would you?
We just had to talk over me, didn't you?
Yes, there you go. You sound like this. You're almost the same person.
No, we fucking.
Yeah, they probably. I mean, Moo's probably been to the Burger King you work at, dude, or Hungry Jack's, whatever.
Hungry Jacks. Oh yeah.
They live in Queensland. I live in New South Wales. There's no way.
Wait.
They're the same
What?
place, dude.
Moo, what's your favorite Australian movie? There's only one right answer.
Australian what?
Australian movie.
Mad Max.
I don't know. I don't watch fucking Australian movies.
Why? That's all I watch now.
Oh, wait. Crocodile Dundee. Isn't that fucking
No.
Australian? Yeah, it is.
God, no. Why did you just gave the wrong answer? It should be Mad Max
That's not
2,
life.
The Road Warrior.
That's an Australian movie.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I
Later on, he got an
thought it
Australian.
was just an.
It's totally Red Dog.
I was just watching The Cars That Ate Paris. That's a pretty cool Australian movie.
Nothing's cool in Australia, pal.
Yeah, I have a lot of great movies, like the Australian like
Have you
new
guys
wave
fa-
movies. Those are great. Anyway, that's more movie talk than
Well, I mean, we talk about
Metal!
whatever. Again, this is the Poopy Cummy podcast where anything goes.
what are some
Yeah.
good Australian metal
Oh, man,
bands? I can't think of any.
There's Diocletian, but they're racists. And Abominator.
That's not-
Diocletian's
that's
New
not-
Zealand!
Close enough.
Abominator?
Disembowelment.
Oh, there's also Fathomage. This band I like called Fathomage. They're like a summoning worship band.
Imagine
They're really good. I like them.
imagine an Australian
Atomizer.
band.
Atomizer is also Australian, I think.
Imagine an Australian band that just is like everybody dresses like Crocodile Dundee, and they just like sing about like fighting kangaroos. That'd be pretty cool.
No.
Well, let's check on the archives. Hold on, let me.
They could have a track. called put another shrimp on the Barbie.
That there is a
No one says.
you know,
that.
there's a
It's not. They're not
What?
shrimp. They're fucking prawns.
Yeah.
band.
that could be the song title. They're not shrimp, they're fucking prawns.
Here. Doc, check out
Larry-
this band. I think you'll like.
Larry did like
Larry
everybody looks
David.
like Larry David in the
They talk
band.
about yes. Yeah, they wear a Larry David mask. Check this out.
Let me see this. And they got the fucking
Larry
Napalm
David.
Death font. That's pretty. They're not even Larry David masks. They're just cut out pictures of his face.
Yeah, exactly.
That's pretty good. I like that.
Come on, have you never seen Seinfeld?
Lyrical themes,
There's also this
Seinfeld,
band
Curb Your
called Grindstone.
Enthusiasm, comedy. Try
And
the
like,
Lobster.
I think they literally just include clips from Curb Your Enthusiasm. Larry David.
Like my dad's girlfriend fucking hates Seinfeld, but she loves Friends. That shows how.
Oh,
Oh.
you're
My God, that's like
a
the worst.
that's a horrible sign. If you're like, I like Friends, and then don't like Seinfeld.
I mean, I love searching like the themes on Metal Archives. Fucking crazy shit I could find. Like I found a band called Amateur Podiatry themes, foot fetish. I guess that's.
I'm
Genre,
surprised.
brutal death metal.
I'm super surprised I'm on there. I was not expecting that.
Well, I guess you have a couple of releases. Some cunt found your work and decided you were good. Well, not necessarily good enough, but you decided that you were metal enough to.
That's
I
just
don't know
so
what to do.
weird. Especially it was up there 3 years and I didn't even know about it. That's crazy. It's like
Yeah, and I went and like
let's see.
skimmed through some of your stuff, and it's like it's not even real. Like some of it sounds like synth wave, like some Perturbator Carpenter Brute shit.
yeah, probably a little bit. I don't know. I just work with what I got. I got synths and I got a guitar. So that's what I do.
Mm-hmm.
I do have blast
Let's
beats
see.
though sometimes,
Let's
so I
see.
guess that might put it in the. Yeah, I'm surprised
Blast
they put it there.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, you blast beats. I just click the same drum over and over on the easy drum, like Devin Townsend does.
Devin Townsend.
Elite. I mean,
I've heard
and
people say that
you
about
use
my
the
stuff,
drum
too.
machine on Zilla.
Oh, I don't use EG Drummer. I actually use what is it called? It's like a free software. I didn't even pay for it.
And that's why it sucks. History of freely.
Could be worse. I've worked with worse drum machines, but yeah. It's
What kind of
what kind of what?
What?
what themes? What kind of themes?
Themes?
Themes, yes, bravo.
So what are you talking about?
Like, lyrical themes.
No, but I mean like themes. What do you talk like? What band are you talking about? Lyrical themes?
No, like I'm talking about like what kind of themes do you like your bands to have?
I don't really know if I have
Coming
like
in my
it's
mouth or
more of
something?
how they do it more than like the actual themes. Also, like if they're like getting across the vibe, like yeah, it depends on how they do it. It's not like really the theme itself. It's just more of like the execution of the theme. Because like you can do like a theme that's cool, but like you're doing it in like a lame way, or you could do like a lame a lot of AC/DC songs. When you kind of think about them, they're actually kind of lame in terms of the theme, but they do it in such a cool way where you're like, okay, I can get behind this. This is cool. It's always about execution.
It's about rock. It's about rocking out, brah.
How much Moo and Scarlet, how much do y'all hate AC/DC?
I I don't hate them. They're a national treasure.
They kind of
I
suck.
like. They're not called AC/DC. They're called Akadzaka.
Yeah. Do you ever go, wait,
Fucking
Oi.
Agnes can.
oi, oi?
Oi, cunt! Oi, cunt! Oi, hold on.
there-
These
is
are
there-
big
is there
fucking
any-
Hungry Jacks.
Is there the old Australian boomer that just talks up AC/DC all the time?
I guess.
That would be Scarlet.
No, that is not me. I am not a boomer. I am.
You gotta be like 50 years old and be like,
Yeah, but-
AC/DC is the best band ever.
What? What accent was that supposed to be?
It's
Not
my
Australian.
it's my Australian accent.
No one sounds like that anywhere.
That's exact.
Gee.
That's
I mean, just
exact.
I mean, I don't know. You're the. I mean, I don't know. I mean, you're the one who listens to the shitty version of the right, Steve.
Imagine an Australian anvil. Anvil on anvil. Metal on metal. Yeah, Jesus, a shitty Australian accent, but it's cracking me up.
Actually, now that I think about it, is there even such thing as like a shitty traditional metal band? Because it's kind of hard to fuck up
Remember-
the genre. It's
What do you
it
mean?
feels like the closest thing to like a shitty traditional heavy metal band.
Yeah, it's about as close as you can get to being shit. Like just like cheese. It's so like even for the time it was cheesy.
Who's
But I still
cheesier? Who's cheesier, Saxon or Anvil?
Anvil, totally. Not even close.
I
dude.
feel like Saxon's kind of cheesy. Like
If it's-
denim and leather. It's like
yeah, I mean maybe, but like it's actually the thing is like their music's actually good though. Like Anvil gets compared to Spinal Tap. The difference between Spinal Tap and Anvil is that Spinal Tap's actually kind of good,
big bottom, big bottom.
Yeah, maybe in a heat.
Yeah.
That's a good song. But the thing with you remember in the Anvil doc, like at the beginning of the movie, like when they're playing in front of all their fans, or like like when they're playing at that club for his birthday, and like they had that guy who was just like this like fucking crazy, and like he was like I don't know, I can't fucking explain it. Like he moved his pupils up so you couldn't see his eyes. You know what I'm talking about, right?
I don't know.
Like the crazy guy that like he is a telemarketer and he got lift that job and he made like zero fucking money off of it.
I don't remember.
Oh fuck, Scarlett, do you remember?
Oh yeah, that's the obvious scene I remember where he tried to
Yeah.
be a telemarketer and it just.
Oh,
It
that was just painful to watch, man. Making $500 for every sale. I mean, you make 2 sales a day, you make $1,000.
They gotta get the Glenn Ross numbers.
Yeah, always be closing. That's a good movie. Get Alec Baldwin when he's not being tried for manslaughter.
They should base a whole movie on like the lead singer should act like that character. Like he has metal balls and he holds them.
Yeah. I mean, actually, in the documentary, I think you see the ABC always be closing, so I think that shit rubbed off.
Always
fuck you,
be closing.
Fuck you! Go home and play with your kids. Oh man, he was nominated for. I think he was nominated for an Emmy on that one. Only scene he was in. Oh man, you should. Yeah, we should watch that movie. Glenn Ross. And he calls people the FAG word that I can't say on YouTube or I'll get demonetized.
There's a
Maybe you'll get demonetized. It's my fucking channel. Also, I have the right to say that word.
Why? Because you're gay?
you have the F word. No,
What about the Q word?
Here's the thing. I don't think trans women should have the right to say that word.
What about the DYKE word?
I think they should have the right to say that.
What about the Q word?
I'm a little bit anti that word as like a blanket term for like
Queer.
the whole community.
No,
Personally,
Well, it's been reclaimed and all that
no,
shit.
no,
I don't
no,
don't
dog,
believe
here's
in
the
that.
thing, like, I was straight up called that to my face that time I got hate crimed.
I
So like, the bigoted people out there, they just see all of us
can't hear
as
anything.
faggots.
I see. Yeah. That's fucked up. Don't get me wrong.
Whoa, you said the FAG.
Wow.
Queer. We all know cops are secretly queer.
But yeah,
Queer.
you should have thrown something at those people.
Um, nah.
Yeah, throw an anvil disc.
Yeah, throw an
They
anvil
were
at
in
them.
a car. I didn't want to get actually ran over.
You should have followed them, get an anvil, go on top of like a building, and go metal on metal, and then drop the anvil in the car.
Oh man, I like. You ever listen to Xandria?
No.
No. Yeah, me neither.
Isn't that
But the
that
vocalist
one?
is really attractive.
Isn't that one actress that's somehow in fucking everything?
Zendaya?
Who? Ambre Varavahis?
You talking about
Who are you talking about?
Peter Parker's girlfriend?
I think so.
Peter
Doom
Parker's
Girl?
girlfriend?
Who are you talking about?
Yeah,
Lisa
is
Middlehave.
that not who he said?
No, I think her
Who are
name's
we talking
Zendaya.
about?
Uh, see, I don't pay attention to freaking movies, so.
Middle.
I don't pay attention to modern movies, really.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
pay attention
a
to
film
exploitation films, you freak.
I love Australian new wave cinema. I'm sorry, like anytime I hear like somebody that talks like this, I'm like, this is gonna be a good movie. I'm ready for it.
Film died after 1991.
Films died after 91. Yes, true.
Film
Preach it.
died after 19 after 2000 because like Shawshank
Hold on, I gotta look at
Redemption came out in 1990.
my list of Australian movies that I got it on my letterbox.
Mad Max Fury Road.
The one thing that pisses me off about that movie, they took all the Australia out of Fury Road.
I've never seen it.
It's good, but I think they should have got Mel Gibson, even though he's like a raging psychopath.
He's fucking crazy. He's crazy.
Yeah, but here's the thing: Mad Max is in a crazy world. Mad Max makes sense.
It's a mad world out there.
It's a mad Mel.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Let me see here.
Dude,
What?
Have you seen Young
Scott, what do you think? Which is
Einstein?
more influential? No.
Mumu? Scarlet?
What?
What?
Have you seen Young Einstein?
No.
That movie's amazing. What? We gotta watch Young Einstein. That's an Australian movie.
No
that we
thanks.
yeah. Why? Why not? What do you got against Young Einstein? Razorback? Nobody?
Because I don't
What
like
the
Australians. Nah.
Dead End Driving?
What about Bolt Thrower?
Yeah, that movie. Young Einstein. Yahoo Serious. He's like a
Oh, man.
It's like a scientist that makes rock and roll.
His guitar has an apple on the end of it.
Yeah, because he puts the apple when he like is about. He said, "I don't want to see if I like give
He's
anything
a-
away. It'll like
he's
run." It's a great Australian movie, though. One of the best. There's also
He's
Bad
Bolt
Boy
Thrower
Bubby.
just
What about Wiltor? But
okay.
Boat
We all
Thrower.
know Bolt Thrower is the most overrated band of all time. That's right. I'm fucking shit.
I kind of agree that they are kind of overrated.
Buy a milestone.
Who was that?
Buy a milestone. That doesn't even make any sense.
It's a milestone that they're so overrated.
Because
But
J-Dog doesn't think that J-Dog thinks like.
I don't know, I just think-
Most overrated band.
who is the most overrated band?
J-Dog thinks Darkthorn's the most overrated.
Darkthorn.
Like I.
I'd rather listen to Darkthorn, to be honest.
He's not even that much of a. He's not even that much of a black metal guy, unless it's like Black Thrash or Black Death. So he doesn't like that traditional black metal stuff.
It surprised me he doesn't
Unless
like
he does,
war
yeah.
metal.
I don't really see
Like
him
war
super-
metal. War metal is like
I
a right
know.
up J Dog's alley. It's like jacked dudes
Yeah, 'cause
Like-
he likes the
that play. Just,
unsophisticated.
yeah,
Yeah, but that's the thing. His whole thing against war metal is that it has no songs. Like there's no catchiness.
What are you
there's no sing along. It's like, I think, what the
J
fuck?
Dog is like a
I'm
weird.
surprised he.
J Dog's a weird contradiction because on
That's
one
right,
hand
there's
he's
nothing.
like, this band's too techie, this band's like too widdly, and then on the other hand he'll be like, nah, this band's like too primitive. They don't have like there's like a Goldilocks zone where with J Dog where it has to be not too tech, not too primitive. It has to be just like right in the middle.
Yeah, I mean, he does like. I doesn't. I think didn't he interview?
Did he? I don't
No?
think he did.
Who-
No.
I think. Eh?
Interviewed who?
Blasphemy. I don't
Black
think he did.
Winds.
No. Like Black Winds is literally.
Am I
banned
losing
from
my
the
mind?
US. Blasphemy can't even play the US because Black Winds is banned from entering the US.
I'm confused. What are you talking about?
What?
But did I swear he interviewed Black Winds.
No, he didn't. He can't because Black Winds got into the US.
Well, what about when that Am I losing my fucking mind? I swear.
Yeah, no,
Where?
Joe never interviewed fucking Black Winds from Blasphemy. It never had. Are you confusing it with the fucking JB? baby?
No, I did not see it. I didn't even know he made. Let me check. I'm checking his YouTube.
Check it
channel.
out.
Man, fuck this.
Here's the last title of J Dog: Women throwing themselves at serial killers and psychopaths.
I mean, it's true.
I swear he's got to play this shit up.
Yeah, that he literally like goes off on that in that video. He's like, "Yeah, of course I'm using clickbait. Every title is fucking clickbait. That's the name of the game." Bro.
Yeah, exactly.
You just do the J Dog voice for now.
Dum. Oh yeah, a lot of guys in the metal meme server they don't like J Dog because he makes like transphobic comments, but I don't think they understand he's just joking. Even though I don't think that J Dog really understands anything about trans rights issues.
I feel like he's like he's like in his own little bubble. He's clueless. He's like he comes off as a live and let live, but he just doesn't understand. I mean, look at him.
This is proof that that server's full of fucking pussies. I mean, to be fair,
I mean, yeah, Jada-
He fucking insulted my queen, Melissa Moore. How fucking dare you refer to her as just the absolute G-man? Fuck you, Justin. Ah! But yeah.
You should attack him.
Nah, I'll just,
It's not a big deal. No, I mean J Dog. If from what I can tell, the only things J Dog gives a shit about are metal, bodybuilding, and running his own business. He doesn't care about anything about other than that.
What
I mean, the man said.
if J Dog was what if J Dog was an egg?
No.
Well, I don't know.
Shut
What?
up. Why do you want everyone to be trans, you weirdo?
It's
Yeah,
just
come on, man.
funny.
No, it wouldn't be funny because, like, a lot of when you try to transition that late in life, it's just like there's just virtually no hope of it happening.
Yeah, but like J Dog is still gonna be like a ripped trans woman, just like fucking jacked.
He's fucking bald.
Get a wig.
He's so masculine looking. No amount of fucking HRT can make him look like any feminine dude. He's the most masculine looking person I've ever seen in my life.
It's gonna be a strong trans lady.
You don't need to be J Dog to do that.
He wants J Dog to turn out. He wants raw sewage to turn out. It's like he's
Well, I'm joking. I'm joking about the J Dog thing, but let's be real. Like Ross, like I feel like Raw Sewage maybe took it like the wrong way. Like I was being insulting. I'm just saying I want Raw Sewage to be their true self. If their true self is just being like gender non-conforming, fine. But I just feel like legit, like all like the signs are there that Ross is just going to transition someday, which is fine. I just
why does everyone have to be trans?
Have you seen Ross Sewage's post? You're not saying anything. I don't know. You just were like,
Alright.
No, I said I don't use Instagram.
Oh, well, on social media, Ross just dresses as a woman.
Which bit? Raw sewage we're talking about?
Yes.
I don't know. I'd have to see that.
Ross Stewart is actually a pretty hot woman. Just saying, but that's beside the point.
What about the guy from Abysmal Lloyd?
Dog in my heart. Wait, no, why did I say that? No, forget that I said that.
I was actually thinking I was gonna defend you in a comment because I saw somebody talking shit to you in a J Dog comment section.
Yeah.
But I was like, I don't want to sit for you too hard. I'll just let you handle that battle.
Wait,
Wait,
hold on.
what?
Isn't Ross?
Actually do it. Just go off, King.
Isn't Raw sewage like?
If I go on the video again, I'll do it. But yeah, fuck that person. I'll be an asshole.
I walked in on it.
I did. Who the fuck is that guy? Is that one guy that the Sponge Dog guy? Did he just change his name to that? I didn't see it. I walked in on it.
No, I get it. I never saw him make an account because I am also obsessed with that fucking. That's weirdly my favorite J Dog quote. Yeah, didn't see it. I walked in on it.
I didn't. I walked in on it. I never listened to Disturbed. I walked in on someone listening to Disturbed. I walked in on someone watching SpongeBob. I walked in on someone jerking off to the kitty porn. I never sat down and watched myself.
I like when he walked. I like when he walked in. I like when he interviewed that one woman. I can't remember her name, but she just kept bringing up SpongeBob. Had like SpongeBob in the background.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember what you're talking about.
I checked out her band. It was like, I was like, really?
It's all right.
I don't know.
J Dog has a weird. Yeah. He did say he likes over 1,000. I mean, I kind of do too, but well, maybe not quite 1,000. I'm getting there though.
Yeah, he said he likes easily 1,000 bands, which is just like I don't even think I could name drop 500. So that's insane.
Dude, I mean, I don't doubt him.
He's forgotten more metal than you know about.
Yeah,
oh yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Onward. I wonder if you listen to Dream Theater or Tool.
I love Dream Theater.
What do you?
Of course you do, because you.
His whole thing is that how he thinks Tool is like one step above Fruity and the Blowfish.
No, that's a dumb take from J Dog.
I walked in on someone listening to Tool, and I'm sure he said that.
Red, you know the pieces fit.
because I watched them tumble down.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I thought you didn't like Lateralis that much.
I used to love that. That was my favorite Tool album, but then I realized Anima is actually the best Tool album.
I don't know. I mean, they're all. I mean, the first. I mean, well,
They got
they're all
boring
kinda
now.
different. Yeah,
Like-
Fear Inoculum was not my. I don't really. I used to love Tool. I used to have like a huge Tool phase back in 2022. But I don't really remember much from Fear Inoculum.
Well, the thing is,
except for Chocolate Chip Trip.
Here's the thing. They lost like that sort of driving rhythm that they used to have. Now it's just like really atmospheric, which is cool in small doses. But when like the whole album is just like a you're just like, okay, get to like the driving part when it's like that sort of thing.
I haven't listened to Tool in a while. Maybe I should change that. I used to listen to Tool pretty much every day, but now I don't remember last time I listened to a single track.
Red.
It's crazy how that goes.
You unironically did the freaking. You're back in 2022. Like, what, you mean last month, motherfucker? What do you mean back in 2020? Like, tape on that mouth shut.
I remember the year
Yeah.
2022, the year of our Lord. It's crazy to think the pandemic was like a long ago now. I remember that like it was just yesterday.
Yeah.
That was I loved it, to be honest, because I have like my personal space,
Like I was,
and we all got like our own
Well,
personal space.
I didn't catch a word. I didn't catch a word of that.
I said I loved the pandemic because it was like I got my own personal space. It's like I like space. I don't like people to be too close to me, and everybody had to be like 6 feet away, and I loved it.
I actually loved like the first year because I mean I
Do
just
feel
got out
the-
of school and it was like I got to do nothing, but
Lucky bastard.
It wasn't even that restrictive at first, but then yet 2021 happened and it got really fucking restrictive during all of winter, and I was like, almost. I was on the verge of actually wanting to fucking kill myself.
Did you get that stimulus check?
Yeah.
Yeah, that check was pretty cool. I remember after like a year after that, there would be like all these companies like putting out all these ads. The government owes you another $1,000 of stimulus. Call this number or like message this number. Be like, yeah, sure, okay. That's how it works.
Marine Corps.
Whenever I open up Chrome, you guys just start lagging on me, so I can't do it.
What?
Yeah, I'm getting so fucking tired. I think I'm gonna dip now. I'm getting really fucking tired.
Okay, good night.
I hope you had fun on the podcast. See you guys later. Maybe we'll do this next.
Yeah.
I have Fridays off, so
Yeah.
so maybe we can do it Friday nights. All right, I'll see you guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Is everybody still sticking around or
Yes.
Yeah, sure.
cool? His like mic was really messing up.
I know, right?
Yeah.
I'm surprised mine isn't. Mine's like hanging off by like a thread, pretty much. It's like gonna break soon.
Wow. I had mic issues earlier, but I just had to turn up the sensitivity. Maybe you should do that.
No, I mean like my the cord
Yeah,
is
no,
like
not red. Yeah, no, yours is literally hanging by a fucking thread in real life, of course.
yeah. So I'm gonna have to get a new one soon, but I'll wait on that.
Wow.
Yeah.
How's what?
Yeah,
What?
I guess Mumu can finally get a word in now.
Oh, fucking finally.
No, we're just talking about Anvil. Nah.
No.
Oh my god.
No.
I'm just kidding.
I've never listened to Anvil and I don't want to.
I don't blame you after that whole thing.
It just sounds so depressing.
It's heavy like an anvil.
Feed Your Fantasy is the heaviest metal song.
Oh my God. Okay.
Scarlet,
Yeah.
have you gone psycho for the hormones yet?
I don't think so.
That's surprising.
I feel like almost the same. I've been on these things for like 4 months, and I feel almost the same. Like
Maybe they're placebos.
I mean, they're not, 'cause I can feel like some, like light physical differences.
Every person I've known that has gone on them, they go through like this intense like emotional roller coaster for like the first month or something.
And I feel like maybe it's because before
They start crying a lot.
maybe it's just before the hormones, I was always kind of an emotional
Crying.
person.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh shit.
I was expecting you to get like more temperamental and like more like yeah, like more emotional.
Yeah. Maybe my endocrinologist is just endorsing me.
Maybe. For the longest time, I didn't even realize "hun" was a derogatory term, and then somebody like was like, "Yeah, that's like a bad term." I was like, "Weird," but
Wow.
yeah, don't go full transmutant, because then you're gonna start hating me, and I don't want to get hated on.
Please describe what you mean by that.
Trans women that hate cis men.
Yeah, well, I don't, and I don't think I will.
Good, because they're out there. I got my life threatened by one. Literally, like she was like, "I'm gonna fucking gut you like a fish."
Oh my god, what the fuck?
Yeah, she said she was gonna murder me, like fucking stab a knife through my neck and slit my throat. And I was like, "Wow."
Oh yeah.
It's a strong statement.
It's epic.
I do get under people's skin though, so
Yeah,
to a
same.
certain extent, I don't blame her. Yeah, but now you have well, if you go in like to those communities, you got like the trans armor. They're gonna coddle you and like, you know, be gay towards you.
Yeah, but then
You-
people will they'll get but then I like reveal too much of my power level, and they'll start like want to disassociating from me because I find certain fictional characters hot.
That's less frowned upon than you think. I'm in some servers and I've seen some trans women fawn over fictional characters, so it's people don't care about it. They would more ostracize you if they perceived you as like a pick me, or like if let's say you were I've been in servers where like they'll bash on cis guys. Let's say you stood up for a cis guy and they were all bashing on him for no reason, just because they didn't like him. Then they would be like, probably like, you gotta side with him, this guy, and then be more like that. Then they call you pick me, be like, yeah.
Yeah, Doc, you've heard of you've heard of Lily Tino, right?
Oh,
You know that one trans woman that like just goes into restaurants and harass the staff for like misgendering her and shit.
yeah. I don't get me wrong. The staff could be like assholes. I'm not like it's funny because a lot of these things, like, I'm on their side about, but this the way they conduct themselves is very obnoxious. That's like my only problem with a lot of that. Like, it's like I would agree with you. Like this style, like probably with the staff, like if they're like just continuously misgendering her, I'd be like, yeah, look, those people are fucking assholes. But being an asshole back doesn't solve anything. If anything, it makes them more resolute in like their view. It's like, yeah, fuck that person. I'm glad I misgendered them because like they're like a piece of shit. Like they're gonna think that.
Yeah,
Not doing anybody any favors.
yeah, if you haven't noted a specific person, like never mind, because I was gonna go off about how they're like just like a psyop or whatever.
Aside, I don't know if I believe in psyops. You're saying that in a joking way, but yeah, I mean, people think Blair White's a psyop.
Nah. Actually, no, I was speaking of Blair White. I've seen people call her like a grifter or whatever. I don't think she's a grifter. I think she's more just tragically sincere.
I think here's the thing. A lot of times, a lot of the right wingers are like this person. These group of people are an asshole to me, so I'm gonna go in the complete opposite direction of them. A lot of right wingers kind of think that way, where it's like these people are assholes. So like and a lot of the left wing, I consider myself left wing. If I'm being honest, is very exclusionary. But it's inclusive, but not inclusive to certain people. Right wingers, they claim to be, or they kind of give the illusion of being inclusive, but they're not really. Weird.
Yeah.
It's like these contradictions of like these groups. But yeah, I think it's a lot. It's just reactionary shit. A lot of it, but yeah. I've gotten I've dealt with a lot of reactionary stuff like that. Like, actually, I've dealt with that where, like, what I just told you, by getting my like life threatened by that one chick. I said that in another server, and they started getting mad at me for like being like this trans chick. I was like, but it was, it was, it was a trans chick. They're like, why do you got to bring up that she's trans? It was like, because she was. I mean, if it was a guy, if it was a cis guy, I'd be like, this guy. This, people could just get.
It just makes me like some of these people that react like that. I just don't want to believe that they're real. It's like how do
Oh,
people
they're
actually
real, all right.
like how do they function in the real world?
I always question that. I always question people that are like that reactionary and that like unhinged. It's like, and then sometimes those unhinged people will have like high status jobs, like shit that pays a lot. It's like, how do they function in this? How are they not just like on the street like raving like a lunatic at people? Doesn't make any sense.
You alright there, Moo Moo?
Oh yeah, just my chat.
What's your story, Moo Moo?
My what?
What's your story?
I gained consciousness at 12 and have been on Discord ever since.
12 is like way too freaking late. I gained consciousness at 4. What the heck is going on?
You were Moo Moo was just a vegetable the whole time, just like Plank
Oh my
from Ed and Eddie.
Yeah.
Just,
Like Red just commented on the stream. I can't believe you fucking losers are still streaming. Okay, well fuck you, I guess.
I didn't even know we were streaming.
Well, we are.
Uh,
In fact, I brought up earlier. You were in here, and
Yeah.
This is live, baby. It's the Poopy Cummy podcast episode.
We're doing it live.
Yeah, we've been doing it live. For like, how long has this been?
Do it
an
live.
hour and a half, maybe.
I've got nearly 2 hours, like an hour and 54 4 minutes.
Hell yeah.
Moo, what's the best metal band?
I don't know. I like a lot. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna tell you the best metal band, and they're
Go on.
called Utilitarian.
No!
You said Pantera wrong.
Pantera's the second best. Utilitarian
Yeah.
followed by Pantera.
Shut up!
What?
I want to go.
Wait,
I want to
Sabaton.
go see. I want to go see Utilitarian live, and like be like, oh, like I'm the biggest fan. Like you're my favorite band. Like right, and then right after that, right after you guys, I love Pantera, and just see their heads explode.
Yeah, they'd be the type that would get like actually triggered by that.
I'm gonna ask him, would you ever tour with Pantera? That'd be an awesome show. I'll have like a rainbow flag cape, but it'll be like the Confederate flag mixed with the rainbow flag.
What the heck?
They probably think I'm a confused individual.
Damn.
I'm gonna actually see. Let's see. Profit warning. Patriarchy. They got some new songs out.
Yeah, I announced this like a year ago. I was like, holy shit, Utilitarian's back!
What's game and fodder?
I know.
Gay man follower. Uh,
81,000 women and girls were killed in 2020, most by a partner or family member. This is the average of one death every 11 minutes. That's crazy.
Oh yeah.
Estimated. See, I agree with a lot of the things Utilitarian says. It's just like they do it in like the worst way.
Yeah, I remember you
What is a
saying...
utilitarian?
What? What did you say?
Oh, utilitarian.
Please, for the love of God, do not look up this band. You will, like, you'll shed.
Look up the song Pride.
Oh no.
Okay.
That's the
Oh
classic.
no.
Oh,
I may as well just stream it on here.
I want to see them live. Let's see if they have any live shows up.
wait, yeah, stream it.
Yeah, okay, I'm fucking streaming it. You know, this fucking podcast is getting, like, no views anyway. I'm just gonna cut the stream here. Yeah, this has been the Poopy fucking podcast episode 10. Fuck you, have a good...
Yo.